What's going on, guys? It's Radigan from Radigan's Corner. Now, this week I was asking people a lot about the pop culture film The Room. Now, the reason why I was asking people about it was because James Franco is making a movie called Disaster Artist. Now, Disaster Artist is about Tommy Wiseau, the producer, director, writer, and actor in the movie The Room. Now, the movie The Room is known as one of the worst movies ever made, but it's also known as the Citizen Kane of bad movies. Now, what you're going to find in this video is that a lot of people actually have more positive things to say about it than negative. So I'm going to show you guys it now, and then I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my opinion about it. So enjoy. Today I'm going to ask people of what they think of the pop cultural film The Room. Let's see what their answers are. So what is your take on the movie The Room?
A friend showed it to me, actually fairly recently, I guess because the remake is coming out, and it was truly horrendous. It was absolutely awful. I couldn't believe that it was a real movie. I thought it was kind of a gag, and then he told me that it was an actual thing, and it's kind of awesome though in its own little way.
When did you hear about The Room?
Like 2 years ago.
And what did you think about it?
It was a cinematic masterpiece, I would say. It's yeah, it inspired me.
What do you think the highlights of it was?
The emotion in Tommy Wiseau's voice when he yelled, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." It really touched my heart.
This movie sucked. The worst movie ever. I fell asleep halfway through the movie.
Have you seen the movie Room?
No.
I cringed through the entire video. It was so horrible just to watch. My best friend just recommended me to watch it with him, and couldn't handle it. No, hell no.
Go off.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Any favorite line?
No.
Excuse me, what is your take on The Room? What?
Never seen it, don't want to see it.
It's a movie. That's really all I'm gonna say about it.
But it's the worst movie ever. Don't you want to see the worst movie ever? Wait, don't you want to see it? Okay, fine, it's your loss. And say what your opinion on it is.
On the movie?
Yeah.
It's great. It's best movie. Totally real life of American.
What did you think of the end of the movie?
It was big twist. Real big twist. She's tearing his life apart.
What would you say about Denny?
Oh, hi Danny. He's a great character. He's very naturally written.
Did you have any characters that you liked?
Lisa was a very intricate character. The way, especially the ending where Tommy Wiseau explains how she is It's just very, very interesting.
Yeah. How do you think this film could have been better? Because people call this the Citizen Kane of bad movies. How do you think it could have been a great movie, actually?
I don't know. It's very hard to, like, how do you change perfection? I'd say, keep it away from nostalgia critic and people who are naysayers, you know. It was too amazing. It's just, yeah.
So what do you think of the movie The Room?
It's an okay movie. It's funny in some cases.
What scenes do you remember the most from it?
The part where Tom Wiseau yells, "Tear me apart, Lisa."
Do you think with this new movie that James Franco is doing about how Tommy Wiseau made the movie, do you think what are your takes on it?
It's gonna put the film in more respect to show the hard work that Tommy Wiseau went through, because he set up everything, wrote the script, hired the crew.
If you had a choice, if you were, let's say, directing a movie and you could choose 3 Toms, it could be Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, or Tommy Wiseau, which one would that be?
Definitely Tom Hanks.
So what are your thoughts on the movie The Room?
It's nothing short of a masterpiece, to be honest. it's one of those movies where it's so bad in every way. The writing, actually no, the writing's not bad, but everything else is just bad. Like the green screen and the roof was bad. Most of the acting, especially from Wiseau, was bad but still hilarious. You don't have problems with it. It's just a rare movie where it's basically starts the trend of it's so bad it's good movies, and now that The Disaster Artist is coming out, I feel like that this movie isn't just, oh, The Room was there to make money. Like The Room, even though it was bad, at least had passion for it because Tommy Wiseau wanted to make this movie. No one else wanted to make it, and it's a little boring and it is bad, but at least it's consistently bad, and I actually admire Tommy Wiseau for his ambition, and I cannot wait for The Disaster Artist.
If you can only see one movie for the rest of your life, would that be The Room?
You know what? I'm very excited for The Room 2. So the next time that comes out, that'll probably be the last. Like if I was trapped on a desert island, I had a tape recorder or something, I would definitely take The Room 2 with me. I haven't seen it yet, and I already know it's gonna be a masterpiece.
Did you like the camaraderie between Johnny and Mark?
Oh, they're great buddies. They're really meshed together. They're like two carrots in a pod.
What was the part of the movie that you thought was the worst?
One of the first scenes I remember seeing is when he goes to the shop, and I think it's a flower shop, and he goes in and there's a dog, and he's just walking around, and he's like, well, hi doggy, but the syncing up of the voice is so off from his motions and his gestures, it's just hilarious. And right from then, I was like, this is the greatest movie and the worst movie ever, all in one.
The movie just bored me a lot. It bored me. And honestly, the only thing I can remember is that scene when they're on top of the roof. Well, I guess you can say on the roof. And it's just clear that it was green screen. Just say that. It was so clear that it was green screen. It's so bad. He walked in with the water bottle in his hand. I don't even know why he has this water bottle in his hand. Like, I don't know. What was the purpose of him holding that water bottle? Just throwing it out of it. It's like, I did not hit her. It's not true. Oh, hi, Mark. Just the acting's bad. I give it a 0. Actually, I didn't even finish watching the movie, so I can't really say that, but it was pretty boring.
My feelings on it was that it's like a sci-fi channel movie, it's just bad. It's just too bad to even watch. It sucks.
Not just tonight. It's so horrible.
It's just a bad film.
Like almost every 5 minutes is a new sex scene. Not a new sex scene, probably the same sex scene, just with him.
Just recut.
There's scenes of the football throwing. Did anyone see that?
Yeah, I love that. Them in their tuxes?
Yeah, when he's on top of the building and he's just like throwing football. Oh my god.
What about... Well, why do you... Okay, this is my question for you. Because it's never explained why they're wearing their tuxedos, but why do you guys think they were wearing their tuxedos?
I don't know either. I just, the entire movie, I didn't pay attention to why. I was just, there was a why the entire movie, just me questioning the movie. Just like there was no specifics on, I didn't about anything else, but why was this made?
Do you think it was strange that Mark, in the middle of the movie, like, shaved his beard? Like, you know, he had a beard in the first part of the movie, and the second part he doesn't have a beard? Do you think that was a little strange how they did that?
It would be stranger if he had a beard in the second half, and then it was just like, why?
Yeah, that's true. Or it could have been years later, yeah. If they, you know, they probably wouldn't even put that in. It would just be like, it'd just be your imagination. Oh, it was 2 years later.
I just remembered like a scene where he would walk in the store. He would walk into the store and like, it doesn't show his like mouth moving at all. The lady in the store. He's like, nice doggy, without his mouth moving, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, the entire movie.
Now, what do you think the rushed pace of that film, about that scene was? Like, what was up with the rushed pace of that scene?
What was up?
Yeah, like, why do you think they were, like, rushing that scene? Because it went so fast, like, you're my favorite customer, thanks a lot, bye! And then, oh, nice doggy, bite, and then just, like, yeah.
I guess it was just a filler.
they can't come up with dialogue.
Some people believe that the camera battery died.
I was gonna say that maybe the battery was like running dead.
Disaster Artist is coming out with James Franco. And did you see the trailer to that?
No, what is it called? Disaster Artist?
Disaster Artist, because it's actually about how they're doing the movie of how Tommy Wiseau actually made the film.
Oh, what? Is it a documentary? Or?
It's not a documentary. It's actually, well, I guess it would say mockumentary, but it would still be a documentary because it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
But yeah, James Franco is going to be playing Tommy Wiseau, and his brother Dave Franco is going to be playing Mark.
Okay.
And so yeah, and if you saw that, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look out for it. It sounds great.
Now, this year on December 8th, I believe, is when the movie Disaster Artist is coming out, which is the movie that James Franco is making about the movie.
I've heard of that movie. It's a really good movie. It's based on best movie, The Room.
I am actually looking forward to seeing that movie. I heard it's gonna be like really good, Disaster Artist. So that's all my comments on the movie, to be honest.
Okay, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, what is your take on The Room?
It's definitely a very unique example of of dreamers going to Hollywood wanting to make the movie, and usually when that happens, people are saying, yeah, go for it. But in this case, everybody was like, Tommy, what the hell are you doing? This is the worst movie of all time. And who would have thought that the movie at the time was a failure? But now, some of the best comedians are making a movie about that movie. And people go to midnight screenings for it, so it's kind of amazing when you think about it. He made was possibly the worst movie of all time, but it had the best result.
Now, some people call this movie the Citizen Kane of bad movies. Would you agree with them?
Actually, I haven't seen Citizen Kane, but I've heard so many good things about Citizen Kane, but I wouldn't call it the Citizen Kane of bad movies. No, even if I went back and I saw the movie in 2003, it would be bad, but I wouldn't call it the worst thing ever. There are movies that are far worse than The Room, like Showgirls. It's awful. I think people were just overreacting just because there was bad acting in the movie. That was supposed to be dramatic.
Do you think that Tommy Wiseau should be proud of what he did?
I guess you could say so. Whether or not you like the movie, he put up his own money for it, wrote the whole thing, did a lot of the work himself, and usually pushed to finish it, whereas a lot of other dreamer filmmakers would just give up halfway through. So, you gotta give it to him for that.
So those were people's opinions about the movie The Room. And I gotta say that I agree with what a lot of the people were saying in the video. They were saying that it's a bad movie and a good movie at the same time. And I agree with that. I think it's a bad movie and a good movie. It's bad drama-wise, but it's good comedy-wise. Because Tommy Wiseau actually did want this to be a serious drama film. He really did. But it did not turn out that way. And but I think he should be proud at this film, though. It was interesting from what I heard. In the middle of production, his team quit on him. And what a lot of filmmakers would do, honestly, is just give up and go to another project. But what was great about him was that he actually stuck through this because he really wanted to get the story out there. And in a sense, that's what really a good filmmaker does. A filmmaker sticks to what their original project was. And I think that's great. He got a film out of it. And he should be proud of it because people do like it. I mean, it is one of those cult classic films where there's quotable lines like "Oh hi Mark" or "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." And I think that's what's really, honestly, really great about it is that those lines are memorable and that stuff what people remember about, the awkward sex scenes or them in their football, them playing football in their tuxes. And that's what's really great about it. And I gotta say, I also liked the characters. And seeing throughout the film that we had these new characters come in, which were weird because we had no idea who the hell they were, and they served no purpose to the story. But that's what I think people like about them. I think, I liked Mark's character, I liked Lisa's character, I liked Denny's character, even though he was a really creepy guy. But, yeah. And so that's pretty much my opinion about this movie and I would definitely recommend you check out this movie because it really is worth checking out. And I think you would like it. I really don't think you're not gonna like it, because it is bad, but it's good watching it. But like you'll like it though. Yeah, and also I would definitely recommend you watch Disaster Artist as well when it comes out. So yeah, so that's it for this video, and please subscribe, please like this video, and hit that bell notification, and thank you guys very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Oh, hi, Mark. Anyway, how's your sex life?